Here we're today with Imelda Cruz, okay, and Christopher. And why don't you explain the process as far as, Christopher and chronic ear infections. It started at what age?
He started at 6 months.
Okay, 6 months of age. And then you brought him to your
To his doctor.
medical doctor, and the medical doctor did what, Imelda?
They prescribed him medication, antibiotic for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. When you went back, you did have a follow-up appointment 2 weeks later, right?
Yes.
And you went back. What happened then? Was the ear infection still there, or was it gone?
No, they had to give him another 2 weeks of new medication to see if the infection would go away.
Okay, another round of antibiotics, a different type, I presume.
Yes.
Got it. And then, so 4 weeks later, when you brought him back for the second round, what was going on with the ear infection?
It was still there, and then that's when they referred him to a specialist.
Okay. So the specialist then suggested what type of recourse?
He suggested to put tubes in his ears,
Okay.
in both ears.
Now, did you go through that?
Yes.
Okay. So Christopher had tubes put in both ears for what period of time?
I believe they fell out a couple of months later, so maybe 6 or 7 months later they fell out.
Okay.
When he went in to see the doctor again, he said the ears weren't good still. I mean, they weren't in the shape they should be,
Yeah.
so they wanted to put in new tubes once again.
So the ear infection, the chronic ear infection, was still going on,
yes.
even with the tubes.
While the tubes were on, he was fine.
Okay.
But after when the
During-
tubes started,
I see.
they came out, then that's when the infection started again, and that's when they realized the tubes had fallen out, and he would probably need new tubes.
New tubes, okay. So at 8 months of age, that was the approximate time that he had the first set of tubes put in.
Yes.
When they fell out, you went back and they suggested that you put the tubes in again.
Yes.
What was your response at that point in time?
That's when I talked to
Doctors?
Dr. Valentine's, and they
Okay.
said no, don't go on with the surgery. We'll adjust his ears every month he comes in, and he won't have any more infections.
And so from the time that he started, what was the time frame that it took for his ears to clear up then?
When the adjustment started, it was almost right away.
Right away?
Yes.
So
no more
what do you
infections.
mean, like a day, 2 days, 3 days?
Well, after he didn't have infections after he didn't. Usually he would get an infection maybe twice a month, maybe
Twice a
even
month.
sooner,
Wow.
and that didn't happen anymore.
Okay, so he was, when he would get the ear infections, there was a lot of pain, a lot of
Yes.
crying. So you immediately, as a mother, of course, knew there was something wrong. with
Yeah,
your
I was
child.
used to it, so I knew the ear infection was there again.
Wow. So now this has been what time frame since he started chiropractic care?
Hmm.
We started adjusting him, taking care of that. And the ear infections. Has he had any complaints since
No.
then at all? None. None whatsoever.
No,
And so we're looking. How old is Christopher now?
he is 6.
Wow, 6 years of age.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So if you were to, because of course, your medical doctor didn't refer you here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Correct. Okay. And if you were to, say anything to parents out there that have had a similar situation, with a young kid that's had chronic ear infections, what would you say as far as, getting him in, to get checked here?
That they need to see a chiropractor right away. I mean, the infection will go away, and then that way you don't have to be worrying about getting the medication all the time. Plus all the side effects to the medication too that they have once in a while.
Right.
Yeah, you could avoid all that.
Isn't that great? Super. Thank you.